We have a crypto market update and your macro news, your daily DeFi roundup, including altcoin news and opportunities. What is going to happen to Bitcoin next in this market, and an update on the Fed's balance sheet. We have interest rates this week and we have a lot of macro news happening. So subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notifications. I am your host, Jordan. Nothing on this video is financial advice, so always do your own research. This week, we do still have Bitcoin hovering at about 64k. We have Ethereum 1.9 here, and BNB 500, Solana $75. If we check memes, the meme coin sector category and narrative, we can see Shiba Inu is up 17% over the last 7 days. As you could see here, right on the price chart, it had this incredible pump out of nowhere. So we're going to figure out why, and tune into the next video where we have an exclusive deep dive into Shiba Inu, finding out exactly what is happening with this token. Why is it coming back alive? It is number 26 in the top 100 cryptocurrencies, and how far is it going to pump? How much profit can you make from it, guys? Now jumping in, this week we have a lot of macro stuff happening. We have interest rates happening this week, the Federal Reserve's decision, the FOMC meetings, and we have a lot of earnings, big tech earnings coming out at the end of the week as well. All these events, guys, are going to move the markets. Now, we currently have the S&P 500 hovering quite close to all-time highs, as well as the Nasdaq, which is actually crashing down a bit. So this one is actually crashing down a bit now, as you can see here. So for the Nasdaq, we are now all the way minus 9.3%. So still not minus 10% yet, but a very minor correction happening here for the tech stocks. And then the Dow Jones Industrial Average as well, and the Russell 2000, guys. All of the stock markets generally holding up at their all-time highs. But this Nasdaq, you see, many people are thinking this could be the start of a big massive crash, right? And is it going to plummet down like this and have a nasty crash like the end of the dot-com bubble? Could this be, guys, the beginning signals of the end of the AI bubble here? Well, the US M2 money supply continues, as you can see here, to explode up each and every single month. This thing is going higher and higher. It's now at $2.8 trillion, as well as the Fed's balance sheet right here, guys, continues to expand. So we are up again another few $100 billion again this month. Every week, the Fed is injecting at least over $40 billion. So look at that. We are now at $6.75 trillion on the balance sheet, heading very quickly back to $7 trillion, guys. If this Fed's balance sheet reaches up at $9 trillion, then that will be a new all-time high for money printing, quantitative easing, and risk assets will explode, such as cryptocurrency and AI tech stocks. Now, before we jump into the latest juicy DeFi information, we do see the total value locked across all decentralized finance rising again and going back up today. Now, DeFi actually starting to slowly trend up. You can't see it if you're this far out, but if you zoom out of the chart here, so let's go to this. There we go. So if we look at this DeFi chart on the right, we can see the total value locked over time. And we saw that from the peak over here, it was at $165 billion, guys. And it dropped all the way down the TVL, right, ever since Bitcoin in October made its all-time high. And then that was October, November last year, and then 2025 that was, and then it went all the way down and we reached kind of a bottom around here, somewhere around 69 billion, right? And now we have pumped back up here and we are around 76 billion now. So this is now slowly starting to trend up. We'll see if that continues into a longer term trend, but we can see here the total value locked on Ethereum is still the most at $41.9 billion US dollars. So this is actually quite high here. As you can see, it has increased 2% in the last 24 hours, so day over day. And then we do have Solana with 4.917 billion locked, and then Tron 4.8 billion locked. Crazy amount locked on Tron still. Base chain still has 4.6 billion. And then we have the Bitcoin chain with 4.2, and we have chains such as Hyperliquid now with 1.268 billion, and this one is up nearly 3% over the last 24 hours. Okay, and Arbitrum with 1.231 billion. That's getting a little bit of extra inflows here due to the Robinhood chain. And then if we do take a look at the Robinhood chain, that is also rising. We have 335 million US dollars now locked on the brand new and early Robinhood chain, and rising. So if you haven't checked it out, we have a deep dive into the Robinhood chain and the meme coin season and the crazy altcoin season happening over there. They are specializing in real world assets on chain, so they're bringing that on chain, which Base still didn't do, right? Coinbase's chain, they didn't effectively do it. Robinhood is doing that effectively, basically. So you can see all of the main projects down there. So check out DeFi Llama if you want deeper information on the total value locked and decentralized finance, and tune in for the regular updates here to stay up to date in this cryptocurrency and DeFi market. Looking at the top chains, in terms of fee producing chains, we now have Robinhood chain, guys, coming up in the top leaderboard for the top chains by fees in the last 24 hours. So this is the actual amount of profit, revenue, and fees. So real value generation that these chains are creating on chain due to like swap fees, trading, decentralized exchange fees, and so forth. For example, we have Hyperliquid first with $857,000 worth of fees generated every single day. So this is the real revenue that their platform, the Hyperliquid Perp DEX, which is a perpetual decentralized exchange platform, is generating in DEX fees and so forth. It's insane amount of revenue there. Tron is next with 592 on the day. Canton, guys, is now generating 556,000 dollars in fees, and that one is new and up and coming as well, suddenly jumping into the top leaders here in the chains who are producing the most fees. So that is very interesting for the privacy narrative. If you haven't seen our deep dive, we have an exclusive deep look into Canton here, right here on this channel, guys, that we showed you before. It even came out very early before it pumped and did an explosive rally up. So Ethereum, Ethereum is next, and then BNB chain, Bitcoin, and then Robinhood chain here is generating $113,000 per every 24 hours in the last 24, according to the last 24 hours here of revenue. Nia protocol is also generating $78,000, and Lighter, right, which is another perp DEX on Ethereum. We have a whole exclusive video on Nia and Lighter. Is generating $74,000. So that's insane, guys. Keep an eye on this. Base chain is also still generating a bit, and EdgeX a lot as well. So there we go. We have a little bit of an overview of the market to get a taste and a flavor of what is happening. The Fear and Greed Index is still around 37, so we'll see what happens next. Is altcoin season going to be anytime soon? By the altcoin season indicator, it doesn't look like it, which is at 55 out of 100, guys. But tune into the next videos where we have a closer look at some exclusive altcoins early. As always on this channel, we're going to have a look at Shiba Inu in the next video. So subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notifications, guys. Thank you guys so much for the amazing support as we deliver to you guys the latest in crypto every single day right here on this channel. And we will see you all soon in the next videos.